Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of Russia's Wagner mercenary group, appears to be threatening an armed rebellion against Russia's military leadership, after accusing it of deliberately shelling his forces on Friday. He accused that the head of Defense Ministry Sergey Shoigu is trying to deceive society, the president, blaming him for Russia's disastrous prosecution of the war.
Wagner.
After Yevgeny Prigozhin claimed control of military facilities in Rostov-on-Don, a key Russian city near the Ukrainian border, Russian President Vladimir Putin said him attempted armed rebellion. Forces loyal to Yevgeny Prigozhin were traveling north toward Moscow in the most significant challenge to the Russian state in recent times, the UK Ministry of Defense said on Saturday. The Wagner Group is a private military organization run by an ally of Russian leader Vladimir Putin with tens of thousands of fighters, and it has also operated in Syria and in various African countries. It is widely speculated that the Wagner Group is used by the Russian government to allow for plausible deniability and to obscure the true casualties and financial costs of Russia's foreign interventions. Its contractors have reportedly taken part in various conflicts around the world, including the civil wars in Syria, Libya, the Central African Republic, and Mali, often fighting on the side of forces aligned with the Russian government. Wagner has played a significant role in the Russian invasion of Ukraine, where it has been reportedly deployed to assassinate Ukrainian leaders, among other activities, and for which it has recruited prison inmates from Russia for frontline combat. In December 2022, United States National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications John Kirby claimed Wagner has 50,000 fighters in Ukraine, including 10,000 contractors and 40,000 convicts. After years of denying links to the Wagner Group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, a businessman with close links to Putin, admitted in September 2022 that he founded the paramilitary group. The Wagner Group first appeared in Ukraine in 2014, where it participated in the annexation of Crimea. Dmitry Valerievich Utkin, a veteran of the First and Second Chechen Wars, reportedly founded the group. Various elements of Wagner have been linked to white supremacist and neo-Nazi far-right extremists, such as Wagner's openly far-right and neo-Nazi Russick unit, and Wagner members have left neo-Nazi graffiti on the battlefield. In early 2016, Wagner had 1,000 employees, which later rose to 5,000 by August 2017 and 6,000 by December 2017. The organization was said to be registered in Argentina and has offices in St. Petersburg and Hong Kong. In November 2022, Wagner opened a new headquarters and technology center at PMC Wagner Center in the east of St. Petersburg. The Wagner Group had offices in 20 African countries, including Eswatini, Lesotho, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Angola, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, and so on. Some Russian and Western observers believe that the organization does not actually exist as a private military company but is in reality a disguised branch of the Russian MOD that ultimately reports to the Russian government. The company shares bases with the Russian military, is transported by Russian military aircraft, and uses Russia's military healthcare services. The legal status of private military companies in Russia is vague. On one hand, Russian legislation explicitly prohibits illegal armed formations and mercenary groups. But at the same time, the Russian state does not prosecute numerous PMCs employing Russians and operating in Russia, including but not limited to Wagner. The Wagner Group has also been compared with Academy, the American security firm formerly known as Blackwater. Private military companies are still illegal in Russia, but with their heavy participation in the war in Ukraine, they have been legitimized by being referred by the Ministry of Defense and Russian government with the umbrella term of volunteer detachments. On May 5, 2023, Yevgeny Prigozhin blamed Russian Defense Minister Sergey Shoigu and Chief of the Russian Armed Forces Gen. Valery Gerasimov for tens of thousands of Wagner casualties, saying they came here as volunteers and are dying so you can sit like fat cats in your luxury offices. In 2023, the Russian government granted the status of combat veterans to Wagner contractors who took part in Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And now on June 24, 2023, Yevgeny Prigozhin was accused by the Russian government of organizing an armed uprising after he threatened to attack Russian forces in response to a claimed airstrike on his paramilitary soldiers. Russian security forces accused the founder of the Wagner group of launching a coup attempt as he pledged a march of justice against the Russian army. In any case, Wagner's actions were a devastating blow to Russian President Putin, seriously damaging Putin's credibility and bringing significant variables to the war of aggression against Ukraine. We will continue to observe how it will develop in the future.